Okay, so we have heard about the docu-series. Yeah, and it's just like, don't mention that you had an Emmy. I know you were a producer and an assistant producer. I'm like, oh, you're talking about me again? Thank you. I guess I do want some of the acknowledgments. I just wasn't sure that you were ready to actually write them out. So I'm sorry. But there's just so many things that I'm just like, are we close enough to really have this discussion? And it's just like, well, I have appreciation in this. So while it's going along, like, should I trust you? Should I believe you? Should I honor you? And then it's like, are you gonna go on a trip? And the miles, are you gonna like go everywhere? I'm like, this is something that I have to be so prepared on. And like, the things that we wanted to really uh, go according to is so much of this organ winning. The lottery was definitely a part of this. And when it got closer to making profits, I'm like, you guys, are you really still saying that the profits aren't even on the list? Uh, how can I find out? And that's like where I'm gonna just stay. I'm gonna pause there. uh, for me to ask you these questions, they're saying, uh, have you ever been really high? I'm like, oh, okay. So I see people around here uh, adding up their mushrooms. And I'm like, yeah, I eat mushrooms. I was on like this really strict diet of who even cares? I had fish and rice. Yeah. And those like instant cereals. Okay, but this isn't an instant thing. Like, there's so many fools over there. You could spend 12 hours counting the fools. But when they can finally ask me these questions, it's going to be okay. I'm just like, I'll encourage you. I really like can do that just by having like regular conversation with people who are residents here and staff here. So this is just like, you want to get better at laughing stocks. I was so funny about that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna drink plants. I'm like, guess what I had? A protein shake that tastes like grass. Oh. So when there's like, you're doing all the healthy stuff before people got cured. And then it's just like, tell me about this cure. Are we ready to step out of the anxiety that you cover for? I'm like, there's actual searches and actual inquiries of people who are like making it their choice to do every battle necessary. Yeah. And they just keep smiling and laughing. And then it's like, what you thought was going to be a ride. Oh, I'm getting shaky. I want another shake. Okay. So it's this healthy stuff is just like, I have a window. There's a window in this room. And it's like, you want more understanding, or you want more, it's over. When it's over, what are you going to do to stay on top of things and to really like grab hold of your balance? Because you already have it for yourself. And then it's just like, do we need an advice column? I'm like, well, if you're going to be telling people to stay safe in the summer and putting out a heat warning for extreme measures, we're still waiting for the people to be like, yeah, that Jehovah's Witness is really someone who was being braver than anyone knew was even possible to the areas that they were